Hey girls, welcome back. I'm going to be showing you guys today what my go-to fall makeup look has been looking like. I finally found something that I actually really love. I feel like they always look the same, let's be for real, they probably do. But I am using like slightly different products, or every now and then like I'll switch things out, but majority of the time it does stay exactly the same, so apologies if this just feels very repetitive. I really wanted to film a makeup video today. I actually just got done with a Pilates class literally not even like an hour ago. I did a body shower and then I just kind of slicked my hair back because it was already slicked back, and I thought a nice little slicked back half up half down hairstyle would look really cute. But now I'm about to get ready. Put some eye masks on. These are the Summer Friday Jet Lag under eye masks, so they feel so nice and cooling right now, especially after a good workout. I also got myself a coffee after my workout. Definitely needed the energy. I don't know why. I've been just so sluggish, especially right away in the mornings. My entire vanity, it's a mess right now, so I might be like looking here and there for some things. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with skin prep. Skin prep is always so important. The first thing I use for my skin prep is the Ilia Base Face Milk. I like to use this and then go in with a gua sha just to really sculpt the face before going in with the makeup. That's where we're gonna start off with. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my skin is kind of freaking out on me again. It has gotten a lot better than it was like a couple months ago. Now I'm going in with my gua sha. I do believe my skin is freaking out though, just because I think that time of the month is very near. Other than that though, my skin has been doing a lot better. I think I actually did find out what the reasoning behind that was, and I think it was because I was dermaplaning my face and I just don't think I did the proper precautions afterwards, like the proper skincare afterwards, to make sure my skin wasn't like crazy exposed to so many different things. I did not do that, so I think that's why my skin was freaking out. Do it just a little bit more and just put it on my neck. Typically, I do go in with this as well for my collarbone, but this shirt's kind of covering it, so I'm just gonna do my neck right now. But my skincare journey is still ongoing. I am finding more things that have been working for me. One of the reasons why I did get the Ilia face milk is because I went to Sephora to go see if the Sephora in my town got the Rhode skincare stuff. We did not, and I was really wanting another face milk just because it feels really good on the skin. It really does make a perfect base for your makeup, but it also is one of the best things to use before you gua sha. I just feel like it doesn't dry out as quickly as a serum. The next thing I'm going to be going in with is my Holy Hydration face cream by e.l.f. I had to get a new one because this, hold on, let me find it. I had to restock because I had this one. Look, I squeezed every ounce of this out, and so I had to get myself a brand new one. I went a couple days without a face moisturizer and my skin was howling at me. She did not feel moisturized. Massage that into the skin as well. I feel like I haven't done too many sit down videos anymore. I love makeup. I know sometimes I don't change it up as much as I used to, but I do want to get back into more makeup videos. I just like don't play around with makeup as much as I used to, but I do have like a lot of eyeshadow palettes that I would love to use and make use of, especially since I spent so much money on them. Now that I've moisturized my face, I'm gonna go in with my primer. This is the Refi Blur and Hydrate Face Primer. I got this recently as well. I've always wanted to try this one, but I've really noticed the difference with my makeup after using this one. I'm a really big fan of Refi primers. They're one of the best. I typically go between the Refi primer, either this one or the sculpting one, or the Power Grip Primer by e.l.f. She's, again, gone. I've hit pan with this. But I was going in with this one for a while because since my face is breaking out, I do put a little bit of concealer on, which is going to be my next step. I just do a little bit of concealer on my problem areas just to kind of cover them up a little more. With really having a proper skin prep routine before your makeup, I think that's also what's been really helping out my skin. Now that the primer is on the face, I let that sit for a second, and now I'm going to go in with the Haus Labs concealer. This is in the shade 11 Light Neutral. I'm gonna go in with this and cover up all of my problem areas. I'm gonna go in, cover up all my little blemishes on my face. I hate the ones that are on my hairline. I don't get many, but when I do, they're just a pain to try to cover up. They really are, because then I get makeup in my hair. While this gets a little tacky, I do go in with my Refi Face Setter Spray. I am like actually out of this, but there's still like a little bit left, so I'm gonna try to get as much of it as I can out. I only ever go in with a face setter before I put on my foundation, just because I feel like the finish of the foundation afterwards is very seamless. So I let that sit and dry as well before we go in with our foundation. And now I either go in with my concealer brush or my finger. I'm just gonna go in with my finger right now. Just kind of depends on my mood on what I use. But I'm gonna go in and blend out everything. My arms are actually killing me from my Pilates class today. It was such a good class today, but it was kind of scary as well. So as you guys can see, my problem areas are very well covered now. Now I typically go in with 2 products for my foundation. I use the Say Slip Tint Tinted Moisturizer, and I've also been going in with the Kosas Dream Beam Sunlit Comfy Smooth Sunscreen. This just gives you also a very nice glow and tint. I'm gonna just do a nice little amount on my cheeks, my forehead, and my chin. And then the same thing with the Kosas. This is actually the one that my sister bought me, and I absolutely love it. It actually looks really good, especially after you've tanned in the summer. I'm now going in with a foundation brush that I desperately need to wash. I'm gonna go ahead and dab all of that product into my skin. Sometimes I feel like I look really aggressive, specifically on my TikToks when I'm dabbing things into my skin, especially with like the beauty blender. I feel like I just look like I'm beating my face like terribly, but it cracks me up. The reason why I'm like tapping it into my skin rather than just like dragging it, it's for 2 reasons. First reason is so that the concealer that I already put on doesn't go away. Like I feel like if you're just like dragging this on your face, like all that work gone. And then the second reason is because it just doesn't leave your foundation looking as streaky as literally just dragging it on your face. And just to make sure it's actually fully blended out and it doesn't look streaky or patchy, I'm going in with a damp beauty blender and just making sure everything blends very seamlessly. Now going in again with the Haus Labs concealer, put that underneath my eyes. I like to do 3 little dots, or not even a dot, I don't know what this is. I like to place it right in the corner of my eye, a little dot in the middle of my eye, and then a little line like that to give it that lifted look. And then I've been doing just a little bit right by my nose, on my chin, drag that, little triangle on my forehead. Again, we're gonna let that get tacky, and now I'm going in with the Rare Beauty bronzer stick in the shade Happy Soul. I finally restocked this, guys. Look how full she is. Beautiful. I hit pan like months ago. I'm putting a little bit of the bronzer right here on my forehead there, and of course for the nose. Now going in with a contour brush, I'm gonna go ahead and again pat the bronzer into my skin. I use bronzer to contour. I like more of that warmth rather than that like gray tone. I'm more of a bronzer girl than I am an actual contour girl. And then with my nose, I feel like I actually don't contour my nose the proper way, but it's just something that, I don't know, I've been loving the way it turns out. I don't really complain about it. My nose is my nose. I was never really a fan of it, but she's okay now. Now using my damp beauty blender, I'm gonna go in and blend out the concealer that I put around my face. Again, dabbing that into the skin, and then blend out around my nose. Kind of bringing that bright effect around my mouth. Get my forehead as well. Now using my concealer brush, I'm gonna blend out underneath my eye, get all that cat fur off of it. When I say I've been obsessed with this look that I'm doing, I really have. It just feels like really me. I don't really like going for like darker makeup looks unless like it calls for it, I guess. If anything, I think the lip combo will probably be more fall than the actual makeup look itself. It just ties so well together. Now using my fingertips, I like to blend out concealer a little more. Now I'm using the Rhode blush in the shade Spicy Marg. It's like a little more orangey. Lately I've been putting my blush right down here. I saw a TikTok where they're talking about blush placement during certain seasons, and they say that if you do your blush right in this little like triangle, it just makes you look more like if you're cold, like a little chilly, like a little more naturally blushed rather than giving that like sun-kissed look. So I've been obsessed with doing this lately. It just makes me look like I'm chilly, even if it's like 80 degrees out still. Okay, now that the blush is on, I'm going in with the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Cake Easy Bake powder. Nick actually got into my powder and dropped so much of it on the ground, and I still haven't picked it up. I need to get on that today, so I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning afterwards. But I use a little powder puff, take the extra off on my hand, and then using my finger again, I just make sure that the little creases underneath my eye are really blended out so it doesn't crease as terribly as it normally would. And I just do a very, very small amount of it. Then with a powder brush, go ahead and blend that out. I don't like to let it sit for too long just because I don't want it to be too cakey. So I blend it out right away. But look how good that looks! Ah! I'm obsessed. I'm telling you guys, I love doing makeup. It just makes me feel a billion times better every single time. Now I'm gonna do my eyebrows. As you guys know, random eyeshadow palette. Darkest brown. But lately I've been trying to not make them look so boxy. I don't know why. I just feel like I've been making them look really boxy and it drives me nuts. So lately I've just been kind of doing more of the outside and filling in my little sparse areas and kind of leaving the front a little more natural, I guess. Like, do you see how that just kind of like blends in beautifully? And then like any extra that I have on the brush, like I do kind of go in and fill in what I need to. How does it look? Does it look good? I always get comments that my eyebrows look good and I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about, because I actually am not a fan. But thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. With a spoolie, just go ahead and brush out everything to kind of blend it a little better. For my eyeshadow, I go in with the Too Faced Cinnamon Swirl eyeshadow palette. I also go in with the RM Beauty Wicked palette. Starting with the Cinnamon Swirl palette from Too Faced, I go in with the lightest shade. This is Flower Power. Dab that in. I put that all over my lid because I just want a really nice base for the rest of this eyeshadow. And then going in with Doughboy, I just do a tiny bit of that. I don't do a lot because that just gives it that pinky look that I love to go for. I've not been like going too crazy with eyeshadow. The craziest thing that I do with it is put like a nice little shimmer on top. Now for the RM Beauty Wicked palette. With this palette, I either like to go in with Perfectly Pink, this third pink one up here, or Save Me This Dance. Right now, I'm kind of feeling Save Me This Dance. I don't know, like this one, it just looks more like a little shimmer, and this one just kind of looks more like actual like glitter on your eye. So I'm gonna go in with Save Me This Dance with my finger, and then like, can you guys see that? Let's a moment for the shadow. Stunning. And I just dab that on my eyelid. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it looks so good in person. Actually, you can. I think I made the right call with this one today. Now I'm gonna curl my lashes. I'm gonna do this one off camera and I'll come back and curl my lashes for you guys normally. This is just crazy of me to be curling my lashes with a spoon, but you guys have seen me do it before, so I'll be right back. Curled my lashes just a tiny bit with my spoon, and now I'm going in with my actual eyelash curler to give it more of a curl, just to make them look a little more noticeable. Now going in with the Maybelline Unstoppable eyeliner in the shade Espresso. I'm gonna use this eyeliner to get underneath my lashes, and I just like to do like this outer corner to make my outer lashes look a little fuller. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell the difference between like this eye, where it just looks a little fuller, than like this eye. Or maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. Now again, with the same eyeshadow palette I used for my eyebrows, I actually go in and use that for my eyeliner. I am gonna bring my mirror a little closer to make sure it's done properly. So cute. Just like a cute little eyeshadow liner. Just got my eyeliner done, and now I'm going in with my mascaras. This is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Waterproof Mascara. And then again, my Old Faithful from Mexico. Love her. I need to get another one. I know where to buy them now. I just don't want to go. Now going in with the other mascara, I'm going to go over what I just did with the last one. This brush just helps separate the lashes just a little bit better. Then I'm going to go in with the same one and do my bottom lashes. Now to finish everything off, a nice little lip combo. I think I'm going to go in with Anywhere Caffeine because this is more of like a brown lip liner. And then maybe go in with this Clinique Black Honey lipstick. Oh, that's really cute. Oh my god, I really actually like that. I always change out my lip combos. Now I'm using the Summer Fridays Cherry Lip Butter Balm. Okay girls, this is a finished makeup look. Give you guys like a little close-up. She looks so good. I'm obsessed with this makeup look. This makeup look has definitely made me feel more like myself every single time I do it. This is literally my go-to fall makeup look. The only thing that really changes is the lip combo. Like I said before, I switch them up all the time. That is it for today's video. I hope you girls enjoyed this little makeup look. I love you all so much, and I'll catch up with you guys in the next video. Bye! Oh, wait, hold on. I actually didn't show you guys the hair with the makeup look. She looks so good. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. Okay, I love you. Bye.